Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club means everything to us. It's a godsend. It has been the best place I could think of for my child. Gabriel's been through so much, and he shines here. He's just blossomed here. His vocabulary has gone so much up. This is a child that was said he was never going to talk or walk. This is not just a place, it's a family, it's a home.
My mom kind of left us because like she would go out to parties, she would go and drink, and so apparently me and my sister were like, we had to fend for ourselves. And I was like only like 3, I think. But with my grandma, I think it's better because she brought us here to live a better life, right? And she had enrolled us in the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club because she wanted us to feel like we belong somewhere.
Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
The physical abuse was during 6th grade year. After school, I would run. Like, honestly, it was so bad that I would get my instruments, because I played violin and flute, and then I'll look around to see who's out there, and then I'll run, like from all the way from the back of the campus to the bus, to where it's all the way in the front. Like, I feel safe. Like, once I get into that bus, I'm just like, I'm safe, I can breathe. The Boys and Girls Club is my home away from home because I can do everything there. Nobody judges you. Nobody tells you who you can't be or who you can be. Nobody tells you how to live your life. And you're there just to have fun and to like, basically like grow as a person. They're there to help you.
City lights stay out before us. Your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder, and I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
With the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, they have helped me overcome the challenges that I needed to become a better person. And I thank the organization overall for everything that they've done, not only for me, but for other kids.
Well, welcome back to the Green Connection. This is our holiday show, and we don't have Santa Claus, we don't have ho, 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 but we have a really great show with the Salvation Army, which is most visible during the holiday season, but it's a lot visible the entire year. My guest is Brad Mayer, who is the communications, and you have a long title.
Public relations media manager. Any of those will work. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, his email is a mile long. Anyway, I thought it would be a good idea, because the Salvation Army is so visible, to cover what they do for the holidays. They raise money, and basically, the money you raise during the holidays, does that go for something special, or?
Well, the thing about the Red Kettle campaign is it's our most important fundraiser every year. It's our biggest annual fundraiser, and so the money that we make this time of year is critical because it funds our programs throughout the year, a number of programs, and they're all local programs. So when you donate to those kettles here in San Antonio, that money stays here in San Antonio. And we have programs such as our emergency family shelter, our social services programs, which includes a number of things, rental assistance, grocery assistance. We have senior programs. We have a Boys and Girls Club branch that we operate. We have a number of programs for seniors, for children. Just all of our programs are funded through the Red Kettle campaign.
Well, actually, we have a small video. The first thing I did was we're going to show is your angel tree, which is, let's see, the Kettle Fund, that started in 1895, I believe. And the gentleman in San Francisco, or in London, saw or Liverpool, because that's where Salvation was born. and it was a church then, right?
Yes, ma'am. And Salvation Army still is a church. We have service. We have what we call cores. So we have a Center of Hope Corps, which is our downtown church, and then we also have the Citadel, which is near Woodlawn Lake, and we have the Mission Corps, which is on the Southwest Military Drive.
Well, he was raising money, and he saw somebody in Liverpool with a old kettle that he used at home, raising money, and he was trying to raise money for the Salvation Army, and so he got an old kettle, and that was the start of it. I don't think it was red, but
I don't think it was red at the time, but red became the color, and red's a powerful color that jumps out, and so the rest is history.
I noticed you were looking for volunteers. I know it's probably getting more and more difficult, particularly with the pandemic and all
Yes,
the
ma'am.
other. So this show will run throughout December. And how late can you sign up to be a volunteer?
Well, we have year-round volunteer opportunities. This time of year is really important because if we can get volunteers to man those kettle stands, that can help us raise more money. When we've had a challenge this year finding volunteer bell ringers and even paid bell ringers, we have both opportunities available. And the thing that if people go to a Walmart or a Hobby Lobby location and they don't see a bell ringer at the entrance, that's money that's not being made at the time. We're losing money. We're not making money for our programs. So if we can man as many hours as possible with either a volunteer or a paid bell ringer, that's very important.
And so, and what the money that you raise, that's your major fundraiser, right?
Yes, ma'am. It's our largest fundraiser of the year. We have a variety of events, but this time of year, this Red Kettle campaign, it's our biggest one. And if people want to find out how they can volunteer or even find out how the paid opportunities for bell ringing works, they can go to salvationarmysatx.org.
Okay, your angel tree, that's mainly for the children. I think that the cutoff date is already passed on that.
Well, the cutoff date to registration to qualify for the program, that takes place in October of each year. And then mid-November or early November, I guess, through early December, that's the adoption phase. So there's really 3 phases. So as we record this show, we're in the middle of the adoption phase, and the last day to adopt and return the gifts that you purchased for the child that you adopted, that's on December the 11th. So that's going to be the last day to do that. And then we have the distribution phase, which is going to be December 16th, 17th, and 18th. And so the angel tree is very important because we provide gifts for 7,000 local children who otherwise probably wouldn't receive anything for Christmas.
The process changed, I think. It used to be you picked a name off the tree,
Well, that's
and you could buy whatever.
Yes,
Now you pick an item, and so
well, there's a variety of ways. You are correct about the process of picking the name off the tree because during the adoption phase, you can go to one of the local malls or one of the Walmart stores, and you can visit the angel tree, and they do have the child's name on the tear sheet, and you can adopt one of those and shop for the child. It has their wish list and it has their clothing sizes on it, so you can purchase toys and or clothes for that child. And then so
they
it
have
does work.
a gift certificate or something.
Well, if it's we try to encourage just the toys or the items itself. Just that way it gives us a chance, that peace of mind of knowing that the item was bought or it's going to be item's going to be used specifically for that child. But I mean, a gift card to a place that has toys, I mean, it could be an option, but we prefer that people go ahead and just purchase the actual gift because when they get those tear sheets, it'll have the first name of the child and their wish list, and they can choose one or they can choose multiple. They can also go online to our website and they can adopt and shop for that child all through our website too. They can do both.
Well, you have a sort of store in one of your facilities where you store. I noticed on the video it looked like they had people could shop in your warehouse.
Mm-hmm. We have the warehouses where we do the distribution phase.
Oh.
So after the toys have been returned, then we stage a warehouse. We like to call it the toy shop to give it the Christmas, the holiday feel. But that we do stage. It's an impressive sight to see, like the video you're referencing, because you see boxes full of toys, and you see as many bicycles as you've ever seen in your life. We usually have probably 2,000 or 3,000 bicycles there every year, so it's quite impressive to see them all at one spot.
And then this will be the last in the holiday. What about Christmas meals?
Yes, ma'am. We have families that are staying in our shelters, and so we make sure that those families have 3 meals a day, and then we also have volunteers who come and serve meals to those families specifically on Christmas. There are times throughout different holidays. We just recently did one on Thanksgiving, and most Christmases we'll have some sort of service opportunity where we might take food out to individuals on the streets, or we might also have food distribution events that families qualify for, where they can get assistance with the meals.
You bring the meals,
take the meals and the
then
groceries for them.
The homeless or those that have no place to go, they come to you.
Right, they can come to us. It's a variety. We can serve folks in our shelters, or we can even have distribution events where we get the grocery items that are your traditional holiday meals, grocery items, and we can serve to families in need.
How would someone get on your holiday list?
The best way to get on that list and see if they qualify is to call our social services department, and they can call that department directly at 210-352-2020.
Okay. Get your pencil. You can get that again.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And so you need volunteers for all of these things.
Volunteers throughout the year, holiday season, year-round, and again, that number to qualify and call and schedule to talk to a representative is 210-352-2020.
The people that you are, I think what people think of Salvation Army, they think of homeless men, and they don't think of anything else. You have, now, one of the things you do a lot for seniors.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Farley Fox.
Hi, I'm Susie Squirrel.
And we're the Christmas Critters! Christmas Critters! Woo!
At Christmas time, not only does the Salvation Army take care of local children in need through the Angel Tree program, but we also want to make sure our local seniors 65 and older are not forgotten. That's why we have the Christmas Critter program.
That's right, and go to your local mall, you'll find the Angel Tree, but also the Christmas Critters. Here you have Susie Squirrel and Farley Fox.
These are at 4 San Antonio area malls: North Star Mall, South Park Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Rolling Oaks Mall. Gift ideas include clothes, tablets, small appliances, blankets,
And our supplies for the latest masterpiece.
So don't be bitter.
Adopt a Christmas critter.
We have a senior nutrition program, and currently we also have 2 apartment complexes, affordable housing unit for low-income seniors near Woodlawn Lake, the William and Catherine Booth Apartments. We've been running those for many years. And then through the Angel Tree program, we have a small component for those seniors that we already serve through our programs. There's about 500 seniors that we can provide. People can adopt gifts and provide gifts for a senior in need too. So we don't just serve the kids, we also serve the kids at heart too.
Do you have a place where they can congregate and socialize?
Yes, ma'am. Our Senior Nutrition Center is a really amazing place. That's in our downtown facility. Downtown we're located at 521 West Elmira Street. And on the side of our building, we have one of our departments is that Senior Nutrition Center. So folks can come, 60 and over is the qualifier. If you're 60 or over, you can come and network, fellowship with other seniors, have a nutritious meal, free lunch, have a nutritious meal, and make new friends. And we have all sorts of enriching activities for them too, so they can do arts and crafts. We have a art program where seniors paint. Seniors of all ages learn how to paint portraits, and then we also have a lot of activities, games and karaoke, and they have a great time over there. That part of the building is always rocking. They have a great time.
Really rocking.
It is. It's a fun place to be.
And some of the other events, now going to the school children, the shoe-in.
Yes, ma'am.
Kids across San Antonio are getting ready for the new school year. On the south side, the Salvation Army is helping children staying at their emergency shelter with a new pair of shoes. Eyewitness News photojournalist Alan Kozulu takes us there.
Okay, stand up. I gotta see where your toe is. It looks a little big.
We all remember when we were in school, one of the most exciting things about back to school was having a new pair of shoes to start the year off with.
I like those. Which ones?
These are kids who are staying in our emergency family shelter. They're homeless, they're temporarily displaced. And a lot of times when people think of homelessness, it doesn't always hit home that children are impacted by homelessness. And on a given night, we might have anywhere from 30 to 60 kids staying in our emergency family shelter who don't have a place to lay their head otherwise.
Definitely fits.
The people here at AJ Shoes have been a great partner for us. They allow us to come in here and purchase shoes for these kids who otherwise wouldn't have a new pair of shoes to start off the school year with.
Good choice.
So many kids in our community, and especially those who are staying in our emergency family shelter, don't have that opportunity. So it's an exciting day for us to be able to give them that opportunity to go to school with a new pair of shoes.
What is the shoe-in?
Shoe-in's an amazing event that we do. We do it every September. So we intentionally do it after the start of school. So as school starts, we get in contact with school administrators from all over Bexar County, elementary school, that is, it's just for elementary kids, but from all over Bexar County. The administrators, the counselors, they identify children in their respective schools who did not have a new pair of shoes when school started, because I think a lot of us remember when we were in school, one of the nice things about school that you always look forward to, the start of school, was having a new pair of shoes. But unfortunately, there's a lot of children here in our community that don't have that privilege. And so we want to make sure that, these kids have new pairs of shoes near the start of school, because it takes a few weeks for the kids to get settled in, and the school officials identify those kids who really need the help. They qualify, and we serve. It's a community-wide event. We do it on a Saturday in September, and we usually have about 300 or 400 volunteers. And that one Saturday, they'll make sure that we give new pairs of shoes to about 2,000 local kids who didn't have that privilege when school started, and it's really rewarding and see all the smiles on their faces.
So you don't depend on donations of shoes very much. You mean, I mean, not from individuals.
Right.
You don't want
Right. Not from individuals. We have some great community partners that maybe sponsor the event. Right. We get new shoes, but we don't get them from They're brand new shoes, but we don't rely on individual. We get shoes from AJ Shoes is where we've been able to purchase most of our shoes from the last few years, and or other local stores. And this past year, every year is a little different. This past year, we got a really generous donation from the Harvey Najum Foundation that covered the cost of all the shoes. So thanks to Mr. Najum and his foundation, we're able to make a lot of smiles this past year.
Then you've got your fashion show, which runs in the spring.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the ladies, the models are what? Volunteers?
They're volunteers.
Committee or?
They're volunteers. It's a mix. Sometimes you have a few local models who are professional models, but most of these women that take part in our fashion show, they're some of them are local media personalities, some of them are elected officials. These are just volunteers from our community who are generous with their time, and they come and they walk the runway, and they people get a meal. They can shop our boutique, and our women's auxiliary puts that program on every year, and it's a great fundraiser.
And they get the clothes from your stores?
Well, the clothes that they wear in the fashion show and the ones in the boutique, these are like a lot of designer clothes that they don't come from the family stores per se. These are, clothes that are donated or provided by folks in the community, and they're some really nice clothes that people do have a chance to bid on or purchase in our boutique. It gives you a different
look at the kind of thing you can find in your stores.
Right. But it's different from what you find in the stores, the clothes that they carry at this one.
Well, I used to do a lot of shopping.
But there are still a lot of,
My daughter always did.
Yes, ma'am.
In Houston.
Yeah, the family stores are great. And a little secret is Wednesdays are half price. So a lot of people aren't aware of that. You can get an even better deal on Wednesdays at our family stores.
Yeah, retro is in.
Yeah.
.636 all week long. We're celebrating National Salvation Army Week, and today we're sharing one of the many success stories to come from the group and its members. Eric Teal was addicted to meth and alcohol less than 5 years ago, but after going through the Salvation Army's adult rehab program, Eric's not only completely clean, he's now a manager at the group's family stores, and he is admired by his staff. Eric says he has the Salvation Army to thank for turning him to faith and for getting a second chance at life.
The experience I've had with the Salvation Army has been powerful. Nothing but good things have come from this. And if I could say one thing with this time, I'd just say anybody out there with addiction or alcohol problems should come through the Salvation Army, give them a call, see what they can do for you, because the place is a blessing and it has really, truly saved my life.
Yeah, Eric wants other people who are struggling with addiction to know you can call the Salvation Army Adult Rehab Center in San Antonio. Number is on your screen right now. That's 210-223-6877.
Now what Salvation Army is basically known for is rehab and working with the men and the women. Well, at first it was men, but women are involved now also. You've got places for all these people. I was amazed. Let's see, the Peacock donated their Peacock Academy on Woodlawn Lake to the Salvation Army in the, 60s?
Early 70s.
80s. And you expanded a lot. What do you all have out there?
Well, in the Peacock area, we have that's where our Boys and Girls Club branch is located, Peacock Boys and Girls Club. And then we also, across the street from that, we have our Citadel Corps, which is one of our churches. And they have a ministry over there that also has a food pantry and serves folks from that community over there. And then we have William and Catherine Booth Apartments, which is housing units for low-income seniors. And the Peacock area, there's a lot to offer over there.
And you have your Keep Warm, your blanket donation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We this time of year, especially when those temperatures drop, folks can make a difference by donating a new or gently used blanket, as well as winter coats and hats and gloves to our shelters. They go a long way to help those in need.
Well, with temperatures dropping here in San Antonio, the Salvation Army shelter is at capacity. 125 people are staying the night, including 60 children. Shelter officials tell us families are also coming in with newborns.
Normally, our kid numbers range anywhere from 30 to about 60. We got up to 70 about a month ago. Shelter staff is telling me we're in the 60s now, so that number's still, higher than we're used to seeing.
The biggest need right now as colder weather arrives is gently used winter clothing and blankets for families.
Yeah, I had so much more I wanted to talk about the history and some of the many locations that you have and the service that you have. We almost need to do another show.
This could definitely be a multi-part series. I'd be happy to come back anytime.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for this time today.
It's a very interesting operation.
Yes, ma'am.
Of human trafficking was something that also I didn't realize Salvation Army was involved.
Yeah, there's a variety of clients we serve.
We're running out of time. It's holiday season. Have a happy holiday with whatever, Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever, and stay green.
They know that Santa is on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to